This is the chilling story of a girl whose life spiraled out of control as she slowly transformed into a mermaid. The girl had just returned home when she walked toward the fish tank, picked up a goldfish, and swallowed it whole. An unprecedented sense of satisfaction filled her body. Once she snapped out of it, she rushed to the bathroom and vomited the goldfish she had just eaten. Strangely, she often felt an unbearable thirst, which only salt water made with half a box of salt could quench. While taking a shower, she noticed that her toes had fused together. Panicked, she ran back to her room, looked closely, and confirmed her toes were indeed growing together. Filled with unease, she decided to go to the hospital for an examination. At the hospital, someone suggested her condition was caused by watching videos without liking or following the content. After hearing her account of these bizarre behaviors, the doctor's expression turned serious. He even began making phone calls, seemingly to call others over. Realizing something was wrong from the doctor's demeanor, the girl fled the hospital without hesitation. She then hurried to a supermarket, bought tape and a pair of scissors, and returned home. With determination, she placed the scissors between her fused toes and cut forcefully. Blood spurted out immediately, but strangely, she didn't feel any pain and remained calm. The girl then discovered that tissue resembling gills had grown on her lower back. Terrified, she panicked. When she looked down after pulling her pants down, she found her legs were slowly rotting, with her skin being consumed by a strange blue color. The sight shocked her so much that she fainted. When she regained consciousness, she saw pieces of her shed skin scattered on the floor. To hide the horrifying evidence, she quickly stuffed the skin under her mattress. After collecting herself, she remembered she had an anatomy class that day and hurried to prepare. During class, she stared at the raw fish on the table, overwhelmed by an uncontrollable craving. After class, when no one was around, she gave in to her desire and began devouring the dead fish. This scene was accidentally witnessed by a passing classmate. Panicking, the girl rushed forward, grabbed the classmate's neck, and threatened them to keep it a secret. Frightened and pale, the classmate fled. Later, the girl deeply regretted her actions, unable to understand why she behaved so irrationally. Back home, still agitated, she turned her attention to the fish tank by the window. Unable to resist, she picked up all the goldfish from the tank and swallowed them. Once again, she felt an intense sense of satisfaction. She then washed the fish down with half a bottle of liquor and passed out drunk. When she woke up, she was horrified to find her legs had turned completely black. Enduring the pain, she used tweezers to peel off fish scales that had appeared on her skin, then wrapped the wounds with gauze. However, her best friend arrived unexpectedly and witnessed everything. This discovery became the final straw. That night, the girl dressed up carefully and attended a wild party. Drunk and vulnerable, she was harassed by a group of men. Her best friend arrived in time and tried to take her home, but the men attempted to pull her away instead. In the struggle, they pulled down her pants, revealing her pitch-black legs. Everyone around was horrified and disgusted by the sight. Overwhelmed with despair, the girl ran away, crying. Feeling hopeless and helpless, she decided to end her life. The next morning, she woke up to find her legs had fully transformed into a fishtail. She desperately flapped her tail, trying to stand, but failed no matter how hard she tried. To avoid suffocating, she crawled to the bathroom with her hands, climbed into the tub, and turned on the water. The cool water brought her an unprecedented sense of comfort, and she fell asleep. When she woke again, the water had overflowed, flooding the entire house. She lay in the water, feeling at peace and at one with it. However, the small amount of water was no longer enough to satisfy her longing for the ocean. Her best friend compassionately carried her into a car and drove her to the seaside. Before leaving, they hugged one last time. Amid the sound of waves, the girl crawled toward the ocean and dove into the vast blue sea where she truly belonged.